Hello, friends. I am so pleased today to have with me Darien Todd. And Darien and I are going to have a conversation about a critical topic for families and self advocates. And it's called supported decision making. So, as family members, sometimes we're torn between do we get guardianship? Do we not get guardianship when our sons and daughters become adults? And while today we're not giving you any legal advice, we are simply offering an alternative, and it's called supported decision making. Darian, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became involved in promoting supported decision making.
Okay, so first and foremost, I work at the Center for Leadership and Disability at Georgia State University as their community advocate specialist. The way that I got involved in this work was um, I, so one of my people that, um, so I got into it from Michelle anyway. And then from Michelle, it's um, from some other people that didn't work in the same office that I worked. So I just thought, hey, I never heard about supportive decision making or knew what it was. So I just said, let's jump in and just see where this ride's gonna take us, right? So I just went on the ride, and evidently I enjoyed every moment of it and learning about what it is and who it helps and how it's better than um, like we're going to talk about today, guardianship. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. It's kind of short, but that's just how I got into it. I just jumped into it. And I was curious about it, and yeah, I've been working on it ever since.
So I know Michelle and you know Michelle,
Yes.
but tell folks who Michelle is.
So Michelle, she works with Sun High Unity, so and also Community Strong. So it's something that is hosted every Monday at four p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So if you want to join, come on. It's for self advocates and um, people that are um, helping self advocates. So it's not just for self advocates, it's for parents too. And we come and we all just have a good time and have different people host. And it's a really, really fun time.
So let's get back to supported decision
Yes.
making because we really want to hear about that.
Yeah.
And again, it's an alternative to guardianship. We're not giving any legal advice today, so we want to make that clear. This is for general and education purposes only. So tell us, what is supported decision making?
All right. So what is supported decision making? So I always like to say supported decision making is a tool that helps people with intellectual and developmental disabilities make decisions on their own, but while bringing people in their corner to help them make decisions instead of having um, that one person helping them make decisions. And I just want to go on record here before we dive in, Vita, if that's okay. Um, when I just want to go on record and say, if you have guardianship, that's okay. And if you're having a wonderful time with your guardian, helping you make decisions, that's fine. I'm not here to say guardianship is a bad way to go. I'm just here to say, well, this is something, if you want your child to learn how to bring people into their corners to help them make decisions, that's just what I'm here for. I'm not here to say guardianship is bad. You shouldn't choose guardianship. Because, like I say, guardianship might not be for everyone, and also supportive decision making might not be for everyone. So I just wanted to go on record and say that. And
And I appreciate that very much because I too want to provide the best information I can. And, we're not into shaming anybody for the decisions that they make.
right.
So I appreciate you bringing that up. So tell us a little bit about how it works. What does it
So
look like?
So, so what does it look like and how it works? So usually the the person that chooses to do supportive decision making, you have an agreement, and then there's things within the agreement that you read to say, I want someone to help me here. So if that's with medical or health care or finances, you would write down in your agreement, hey, I want this person to help me with this. I want this person to help me with medical. I want this person to help me with finance. And then within that agreement can change. It doesn't have to stay the same all the time. So if a person, God forbid, dies in your family and that person was in your agreement, you can go in there and change that person to another person that you know and trust as well, and you want them to help you make those decisions.
So there's a document, it sounds
Yes.
like. So there's a document and you develop a team, is that correct?
Yes, you develop a team of people that you trust to help you make those decisions. And I just want to say, like, everyone's document is going to be the same. Not everyone's document is going to be the same. It's built to that person to help that person live successfully and help them live their best lives.
So who might be some of the people on the team? Just to give us general examples.
So, like I said, it can be someone that you trust. It can be a friend that you really, really trust to help you make a certain decision. It can be your parents. It can be your grandma. It could be a family member like your cousin or your auntie. Like I said, if you trust those people to help you make those certain decisions that comes with life, then sure, that those people can be in your supportive decision making agreement.
Okay, so let me just think, because I'm very practical, Darian.
Okay.
Someone develops, they develop a team. It's on a particular document. So say someone gets a letter in the mail that they may from a government agency, they may not understand what to do. Then would they go to their team, or how does that work? How do you activate that team when you need them?
So I think for me, how you activate that team. So you would bring that. Um, I would think you would bring everyone in your corner to help you make that decision and also get um, insight of have they received this before, um, and how do you go about making sure that you do this certain thing correctly, and so you would bring them all together, or you can just pull that one person that you know that you chose to help you make that one decision. Because or if you want to hear a lot of other people's ideas about how to go about that, then I would think that's where you would bring all the people that you had in your agreement to help you make that decision. Or if you don't want that, you can just use that one person that you chose to help make that decision in your life.
So it's kind of like having a personal advisor or advisors, would you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like having a personal advisor that you trust and that you go
Okay.
to help make decisions that you thought you would never have to make in everyday life. But like we do ourselves, we make decisions and we don't 100% make them on our own.
That is true. So, what are some of the advantages of using supported decision making?
So some of the advantages is, like I said, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to make a decision on your own. That's one. You have people in your corners that you trust to help you make those decisions. And I just want to say, like, you can keep your rights, like to vote and to, if you want to buy a house one day, you can do that. You can use those people in your corners to help you do that. So you can keep most of your rights, but then again, it varies from state to state. So you can keep your rights because I know what with guardianship, I know you lose some of your rights with guardianship, but with supportive decision making, um, I don't think you lose your rights to vote and all that good stuff. But like I said before, it I want to say it varies from state to state.
Okay. So, why might families and their sons and daughters choose supported decision making? And are there any situations where it may not work or may not be suitable?
So I would say the reason why the parents and the advocates choose supportive decision making is because one, that person has the ability to bring people in their circle to help them make decisions instead of having that one person make that decision for them. Um, and and it also helps them to live their best lives. And I also want to say that the person only know what they want out of their lives.
Hmm.
Um, and with this, the decision starts with them and ends with them. So um, if you have a big decision like buying a house, and if you don't want to make that decision right then and there, that's okay. They can put that in their agreement and say, hey, can we come back to this? Um, and it's not when, okay, we can come back to this, and then they talk to the other person in their group and say, well, I'm gonna make the final decision. No, it goes, the final decision ends with the person who is needing to make the decision. It doesn't end with the the caregiver or the supporter. It doesn't end with the supporter. It ends with the person that needs to make the decision.
So it's person centered, it
Yes.
provides choice, and it
Yes.
provides a great deal of freedom,
Yes.
which we all want.
Yeah.
So, is there a situation where it might not be suitable, or would you know of one? Is there?
Um, I wouldn't know of a one that wouldn't be suitable. Unless unless that person really needs a lot of supports. And then that's where it, to me, I'm speaking for me, but I'm not speaking for everyone here. Um, I think that if that person needs a lot of supports, and that's why I probably think it would come a little more difficult. But I never seen where it could be difficult to use support decision making if that person wanted to. Only if
Okay.
they need a whole lot of support.
And we're in Georgia, but this is obviously, or is it? It's offered nationally, correct?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. And so, is there anything else, if people want to find out more, all the details, all the nitty gritty, where can they go to find out more information?
I think they could go to there's a website that we um, have for supportive decision making, and I think it's if I get this wrong, I hope I don't. I think I might. I think it's the Center for Youth Voice Youth Choice website. I don't know the .org. Maybe it's .org or .com, but I will ask Michelle, and then I'll send it over to you because I don't want to give the wrong information. And
That
then,
sounds good. Yeah. And what I'll do, I'll put it in the video description if that's
okay,
okay with you.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else, Darian, that you would like people to know about supported decision making?
I would like to say like everyone has should have the ability to live their lives with live their life independently. Um, And for supportive decision making, you don't have to use an agreement. You're already doing supportive decision making. So if you're asking a friend for their 2 cents on a situation that you want to talk about, then go ahead. We already make decisions with supports already. Not everyone makes 100% of the decisions on their own. So that's why I say like supported decision making is the best way to go. But like I said before, supported decision making might not be for everyone, and the guardianship might be that one thing that helps that person, and it might work for them. But there's a lot of different ways to make sure that your student or person have a successful life and also have say in their life and how they want to live it. Um, so Michelle put the link in the chat box. So you'll have it right there. And you can
It
go to
is
the,
it is supporteddecisions.org, and of course I
yes.
will put it in the video description. Anything else you want to say?
Um, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to talk about supportive decision making and what and how it could help our Georgians live a successful life and um, be themselves and be their best selves. So I just want to say thank you. And thank you to you to bringing me on your channel and talk about this um, topic because I really think it's important for people to um, have control of their lives, and but also it's okay to have supports too. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. So thanks for having me.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And it is so important to hear from different individuals and their perspectives. So I thank you for sharing your information and your opinions and your experience with us today. And I will add the links. There's another link Michelle just posted, and I will
Yes,
put that in the video description as well. So thank you so much, Darien Todd, for joining me today.
yes, thank you for having me, Rita.